Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Melissa here. In this video I'm going to show you how to do biber dolması. Now that means stuffed peppers. Now being half Turkish, I thought it would be a great idea to show you my favourite Turkish recipes. Biber is pepper, it translates to pepper from Turkish, and dolması means stuffed. So dolma is stuffed, dolması is plural because we're going to be using many different peppers. And in Turkey, which is quite funny, is you have minibuses called dolmuş, and that literally means a taxi stuffed with people. So yeah, there's a little Turkish knowledge for you. Now, I've been kindly sent all this food from Robin Foods. It's important to use authentic Turkish food. So Robin Foods is an online grocery store. You can pick what you want and they send it to you within a couple of days. It's an amazing service. My family have been using Robin Foods for a long time, so when they reached out to want to work with me, it was an instant yes. I'm Turkish on my dad's side, so my father particularly is a massive fan of Robin Foods. He often orders big boxes of Smith and Turkish honey and olive oil and everything. So yeah, very excited. These peppers are great. They're vegetarian, they make great family dinners. For this recipe, you'll need to have Turkish peppers. They're a lot thinner, and biber dolması is often used green peppers. So you'll need kind of around 6 to 12 peppers, depending on how big they are. We've got some fresh parsley, tomato paste, bulgur wheat. Now, authentically, with biber dolması, you add white rice. But as a nutritionist, I want to tweak it slightly to give you something more nutritious, more healthy. So bulgur wheat is more fibrous, so it means you'll feel fuller for longer, and you won't have that big peak in blood glucose like you get with white rice. And in terms of herbs, we've got mint, we've got black pepper, cumin. We're going to be using lots of olive oil because, you know, Turkish food is a very Mediterranean diet, and olive oil is key in the Mediterranean diet. We've got some pine nuts, onion, tomatoes, currants, cherry tomatoes, lemon, and hot water. So there's really 3 components of this recipe. Firstly, I'm going to show you how to make the filling, and we're going to be using the pepper vehicle to make a rice filling and stuff it. Secondly is the kind of garnish. So we're going to be adding a tomato lid and garnishing it. And then thirdly is the kind of sauce. We're going to make a sauce and pour it all over the peppers, and it's going to cook in the oven. So for this recipe, I recommend getting a saucepan that's good for the gas, but also the oven. Great, so let's start. We're going to do our filling first. So for that, you'll need a big bowl. Before we make our filling, I suggest we take off the caps of the peppers. Now, it's quite easy. You just push your thumb inside and the cap will just come off. You have to be quite gentle. Like this. You've got a hollow vehicle, and we're going to put the rice in there. So you can do this for around 6 to 12 peppers. We'll see how much mixture we have and yeah, how many peppers we'll need. So once you've done all your peppers, this is what it looks like. Now you want to keep your stalks because you can use that as a lid, or alternatively we can use tomatoes, which is what I'm going to do. So to make the filling, we are going to need 12 tablespoons of bulgur wheat, bulgur pilau, and we're going to just add it all into a big bowl. Now this is uncooked because we're going to add the liquid and it's going to cook, so we don't want to stuff the peppers too much because the rice expands, so that's just something to bear in mind. We're going to add 1 diced onion, 1 diced tomato, because it's going to add juiciness and flavour, a bit of sweetness. Now we're going to have 4 diced garlic cloves, Now we're going to add 100 grams of currants, and I really like the currants because it adds some chewiness and sweetness to the filling. And then we're going to add 60 grams of pine nuts. Again, this is going to give that lovely nutty taste, and also is really good for protein. So we're going to add a tablespoon of fresh mint. Love, love, love mint. It's actually used in quite a lot of Turkish cooking. My favorite kind of minty meze is mujwa, where they grate courgettes and add mint and onion and they fry it. It's almost like an onion bhaji, but a courgette fritter. And the mint just makes it so fresh and so good. Gonna add 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of cumin, adding 1 teaspoon of salt for flavour. Now we're going to add 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Now this is cold extracted olive oil. The unique flavour of 800 years old monumental trees. Extra virgin olive oil. And this is made in Turkey. Wow. We share with you the oil of the olives that accompany the history of the Aegean and blossomed by the wind and fertile rains of the region. Oh my god, that sounds incredible. So 4 tablespoons of good quality olive oil. Oh, oh, smells amazing. This is like liquid gold. I just love olive oil. I get so excited by getting a really good quality one. Now we're also going to add juice of half a lemon, and we're going to use the other half to make slices to garnish the top of the peppers. So really nice freshness. You've got the lemon, you've got the mint, you've got the sweet currants. We're also going to add some fresh parsley, so maybe kind of half a bunch of this fresh parsley. This is such a great way of getting in your vegetables, and maybe the kids will enjoy it more by seeing the pepper as kind of the vehicle and stuffing it. It's a little bit more creative, a creative way of having vegetables. And you know, if you wanted to add meat, you could add a minced lamb, and you would just add it at this stage and then stuff the pepper with it. So that is the filling. How easy was that? We're just adding lots of fresh ingredients to a bowl, and we're just going to mix it all up to combine the rice with the tomatoes. If you don't have bulgur wheat, just use white rice. And it's just, the aromas, my mouth is watering. It's that fresh mint, the lemon, the tomatoes. It's just almost like a, I mean, this would be great as like a salad. It just smells amazing. So with a teaspoon, we're just gonna add the filling to the peppers, kind of loosely packed so we have room for the bulgur pilau to expand. And we're gonna put it in the saucepan, upright. And we're just gonna pack them into the saucepan together, and they're all kind of cuddled around. And a good portion size would be 2 peppers, I'd say. And it's a really well balanced meal. You've got the starchy carbs from the bulgur wheat, you've got 2 handfuls of vegetables from the peppers and the tomatoes. You've got a bit of protein from the pine nuts, and if you wanted a bit more protein, you could add minced lamb to this, and you can serve it with yogurt as well. Yeah, actually you can do this with peppers, you can do it with courgettes by taking the kind of the inner core. You can do it with tomatoes. So yeah, really the possibilities are endless. Any type of vegetable that you can kind of make into a hole inside, you can just stuff it with this. So now we've stuffed our peppers, we are going to add the lid or a tomato on top. You can use cherry tomatoes halved and just put it on top, or you could use, you know, like a beef tomato and just slice it, or you can just use the pepper stalk, whatever you prefer. Whatever you do though, take photos, tag me on Instagram, The Delicious Nutritionist. I would love to see your creations. Now we can also add some sliced lemon as well. So just thinly slice the other half of lemon that we didn't use. And we can just add this on scattered around as well. Now we can make our tomato gravy, if you like, tomato sauce. And we're gonna just pour this all on, and then that's gonna be the water that's the bulgur wheat's gonna soak up, the peppers are gonna cook. So yeah, so we will need a saucepan and 450 ml of hot water, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and 2 garlic cloves minced. To the sauce, we're also going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 2 teaspoons of the dried mint. Now we're just going to boil the sauce, the tomato sauce. So once the sauce is boiled, we can add it to the peppers. And then we're gonna cover it and let it cook for 15 minutes on kind of medium high. So it boils a bit, and then we're gonna reduce it for 15 minutes so to let it simmer. So after half an hour of cooking on the stove, it's time to put it in the oven. So set your oven to 220 degrees Celsius, and we're going to put the pot in the oven for around 10 minutes until the peppers are kind of golden brown and you're happy that it's all cooked through. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. Let's see what the biber dolması looks like. It smells really nice. Voila, look at that. Oh, that smells really good. Peppers are really soft. The bulgur wheat's cooked really well, really nice and juicy. Now it's time to try one. Okay, so let's give it a try. Okay, so now let's try it. It smells like minty sweet because of the currants. It smells really good. Everything's cooked really nicely. Let's try it without trying to burn my mouth. Oh wow, that is so nice. This is such like a genuine smell. It's so good. Oh, it's just, you eat into it and it's like really perfectly cooked bulgur wheat, like a cloud, and then you've got like pockets of sweetness and kind of nutty creamy pine nuts, and it's all just cooked so well. Wow, I think this is actually the best biber dolması I've ever had. Really nice. Okay, let's cut the camera and eat this now for properly. It's too good. Bye everyone. Thanks for watching.